Hello, my sweet friends. It's nice to see you again. Come along and read with me. It's my favorite place to be when Raggedy Auntie reads. Let's go to the park.
Hello, my sweet friends. Welcome to Garst Mill Park. This is not the book nook, but there are books here, and I'll show those to you in just a minute. One of my favorite things to do in the autumn or the fall, when the weather turns cooler, is go outside. A lot of towns, like my town, have what's called green space or public parks. This is a place where we can go and walk around and play and have a lot of fun. This park in particular has a lot of really neat things. Come along and I'll show them to you.
Visit the park.
Most parks have rules posted like this. They tell you what you can and cannot do while you're in the park. Signs like this small one tell you who's in charge of cleaning the park. Lots of times it's groups of volunteers. And right now we have restrictions on the use of our park because of the COVID-19 outbreak. So these new rules, this brand new sign tells us how to stay safe even while we're playing outside. That's why I keep a mask in my pocket. Garst Mill Park is located beside a lot of houses in this neighborhood. This section of the park has a playground for all of my sweet friends. But if we keep looking around past the swings, we will see the forest. These are the books that I was telling you about. This is what's called a little free library, and it's a network of different tiny libraries where you can leave a book you're finished reading or take a book that you'd like to read. Here at Garst Mill Park, we have lots of trails that people come walk their dogs on, ride their bikes, or just go for a stroll with their family. I just love being out here, even when the leaves are falling. This bridge is one of my favorite parts of Garst Mill Park. You know, it reminds me of one of my favorite stories called The Three Billy Goats Gruff.
It's story time.
It is such a beautiful day today that I'm gonna stay outside and tell you our story. Now, I told you that bridge reminded me of the Three Billy Goats Gruff. Well, here's our story. Once upon a time, there were three billy goats whose last name was Gruff. Well, they weren't very gruff. The first one, named Billy, was the oldest, and Billy loved to run in the fields. The next oldest, Tilly, just loved to dance and jump and also run around. But the youngest, Petunia, was known all over the pasture for her wonderful sense of smell. Now, Petunia could smell alfalfa from a mile away. One day, Petunia and her older siblings, Tilly and Billy, were out grazing in a field. And suddenly Petunia said, "I smell alfalfa!" Billy was over the moon excited. And Billy said, "Oh, Petunia, you must lead us to that alfalfa." And Tilly said, Oh, Petunia, I'm so excited to go eat that alfalfa." So Petunia led the way. Trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap. And then came Tilly. Trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap. And then came Billy. Trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap. all the way down the road until they got to a bridge. They stopped at the bridge. Now, there were signs everywhere that said, keep off the bridge, and don't go here, and this is the troll's house. Billy and Tilly seemed mighty scared. They looked at Petunia and they said, oh, Petunia, we can't cross this bridge. There's a troll. But Petunia said, it's just over there. Oh, look, you can see the alfalfa. And sure enough, just over the bridge, they could see the alfalfa. So those goats put their front hooves on the bridge, trip, trap, and then they took steps with their back hooves, trip, trap, and they started going across the bridge. Trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap, until suddenly from underneath the bridge they heard, who's crossing my bridge? It was the troll. Well, those goats booked it back where they came from. Oh my goodness, it was so scary for them. Now, you and I know that trolls aren't really scary. They're just grumpy. But these goats didn't know that. Oh, they were so scared. Billy said, oh, we can't cross this bridge, Petunia. You must forget about the alfalfa. Even as their mouth was watering and salivating. Oh my goodness, they wanted to eat the alfalfa so badly. So then Tilly said, wait a minute. I have a plan. So the plan was this. First, they would send Petunia across, walking very, very lightly. Then they would send Tilly across. Tilly could tiptoe. And then, while the troll was distracted, yelling at those goats, maybe Billy could run across. It wasn't a great plan, but goats aren't really known for their ability to plan. So, little Petunia started crossing first. Trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap. And about the time that she got almost over the bridge, the troll popped up and said, why are you crossing my bridge? And Petunia said, well, I want to eat the alfalfa on the other side. And the troll said, I don't think so. And then Petunia got an idea. Petunia said, oh, well, what are you going to do about it? And the troll said, I'm going to eat you up. So, oh my goodness, Petunia was very scared. And Petunia said, oh, don't eat me. Eat my sister Tilly. Yeah, Tilly's right behind me, and she's much bigger and much yummier. And the troll thought about it, and the troll said, fine, go on across, but don't say I didn't warn you. Well, the goats on the other side, Billy and Tilly, saw that Petunia had made it, so they knew it was time for Tilly. They did see the troll pop up, but they didn't know what they talked about. So here comes Tilly, a little bit heavier stepped, trip, trap, and about the middle of the bridge, the troll popped up, and the troll said, wah! Why are you crossing my bridge? And Tilly said, oh, I was gonna eat alfalfa, and my sister crossed. Oh, look, she's so lonely. And the troll said, well, that sister told me I could eat you. And Tilly said, oh my goodness, oh no, you don't want to eat me. You want to eat our oldest sibling. They're right behind me. And they're lovely and fat and juicy and much bigger than I am. So the troll thought about it and said, fine, go on across, but don't say I didn't warn you. And then came Billy. trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap. And Billy said, oh my goodness, there's a lot of wind. That's one of the issues with being outside, is all the different noises. But we'll keep going. Billy walked and walked and walked, trip, trap, over the bridge. And then the troll popped up about a quarter of the way on the bridge, because his feet were a little heavy. And the troll popped up and said, "Roar! Now, don't you tell me you have another sibling too." And Billy said, "Whoa, what are you talking about?" And the troll said, "Your sisters told me I could eat the next goat that came across this bridge. You look like troll food to me." And Billy got really scared. Billy said, "Oh no, not me, please. How about this? We will go across the bridge and we will eat as much alfalfa as we can eat. And then you can eat all three of us." And the troll thought about it again. Okay, you can go across. So Billy ran across the bridge, and you know what? Those goats have lived in that pasture ever since, because they know the next time they go trip, trap across that bridge, the troll might eat them. And the troll decided, you know what? It's not worth it. I'm gonna become a vegetarian. So even if they did cross, all he would eat is alfalfa. The end. Point of view video, walking across a bridge. This is the creek that runs below the bridge that we just walked over. There's the bridge. You know, I can remember when I was very little, I would come out to parks like this and play in the creek. Now, this creek behind me isn't always one that we can play in. It's always best to follow the rules that are posted at your park. Oh, look! The truck that just went behind me belongs to a person that works here. There are people that work in our parks. Thank you so much for joining me outside today. You know, our story got interrupted a little bit by the elements, the wind, and some of the sounds that some of you heard, and even some of the things that we saw flying across. But it's been a great day outside. I hope that you stay happy, stay healthy, and keep reading. Bye-bye.
Stay happy, stay healthy, keep reading. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep reading. Until the day comes we meet again. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep reading, my friend.